Welcome to the spin, John. Jeez.
Every week, somebody's got to do it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tell
you ready?
Going live.
Yeah.
Welcome to the spin. It is August 28th, 2024. You are watching the number one, the most talked about podcast, YouTube show in the CrossFit space, especially this past week. Got a good show for you.
I got my Ovaltine and I'm ready to rock, man.
We
I'm ready to rock.
Ready to
What kind
go.
of growler are you drinking that out of? That's dope.
I got this at Hillbilly Days, Tyler.
I might need to go back to Hillbilly Days this year. I haven't been in a long time.
We have a
go ahead, Spin.
We have a very big show for you guys. We're going to address the last few days. John's going to put out a statement. Don't know what he's going to say. We'll get to our viewer comments. Great as always. And then we will actually reveal two of the Tier Cup workouts coming to TYR Wodapalooza SoCal. A special Keep 5 Cut 5, looking into the future. And then we'll cover some interesting things just in the space of CrossFit. One of those being significant use of PEDs in professional CrossFitters, maybe. So with that, unless you were living under a rock, we may have ruffled some feathers. Some people may have gotten a little upset with John primarily, then upset with me for posting it, and John, Tyler, and myself for just having fun and laughing at jokes.
It's a lost art laughing at jokes. It's hard nowadays, it seems.
People are determined to be sad, man.
Yeah.
Listen, hey, Jesus had a sense of humor. I think everybody needs a little Jesus. They'd feel a lot better.
Need some Jesus. I thought it was a hilarious reaction by John. And so I was like, let's just post this. It's funny.
Yeah.
Did not expect what happened. 58,000 views on a reel, 495 comments.
First time more comments than likes.
Yeah, there's like 300 likes and almost 500 comments.
Insane ratio.
That, of course, then sparked our world's strongest man, Mitchell Cooper, to put out a video. And then that was then reviewed and analyzed on a 45-minute segment by Savon and Hiller. And then later that night, Hiller gave his own take, and we reeled him back into the YouTube sphere. His first real big video back. My emotions on this were so bipolar. Like, I would be like, this is hilarious. And then 10 minutes later, I'd be like, I'm going to kill every single person who comments bad about John. And then 10 minutes later, I'd be like, I'm fine.
I had a lot of people that said, bro, Spin threw you under the bus so hard. and I was like, I really don't think he thought it was going to blow up like that.
I
didn't think anything of it. And if it was just CrossFitters, I don't think it would have. You know?
Well, that was, I started seeing like the comments flow in. I was like, what is going on? And quickly realized that zero of people who actually watch the show, who don't even watch the show, but may watch anything else that John is on, nothing was negative. It was everybody else coming out and thinking that John is just some, sexist, male chauvinist, like hater of women, weak guy who just doesn't think women should lift weights. And at that point I was like, no, this is ridiculous. And you saw what transpired.
What was incredible. I don't think it was going to go viral. And then and it is viral in our sense.
It's not even, it's only 58,000.
It's not even really viral, but it's viral in the strong lady world. It was like one strong woman got a hold of it, and then when that happened, I think the algorithm was like, "Gotcha," and then
100%.
started passing it.
I will say my thumbnail is pretty solid to get people's probably to click on there for you and everything.
I don't think.
And then Tyler started adding all the strong women. Just
that didn't help.
You are not helping, my man.
At that point, I thought this is going to pay off. I was like, this will be fine. And I mean, it kind of felt like it was going to for a minute, and then it just got out of control.
And so the comments were wild. I think we always do our viewer comment section. We will do that on the normal comments, but we did want to take some time to read maybe some of our, I don't know, the most favorite, our favorite comments.
I picked
the most
favorite.
outrageous
Did you guys pick
comments.
One favorite?
Yeah,
I have two, but they're short.
Okay, I would read mine last if nobody else picked that one.
All right, Tyler, you go first.
I thought you were gonna read them all, Spin.
Oh, I don't have.
I didn't
Tyler
send
never.
them.
Okay.
Tyler can read one.
I should just read the glory hole one about Travis again. That's my favorite comment of all time. Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
This is terrible.
My opinion, and it's just my opinion, but this type of content isn't it. In this video, you essentially said "fuck you" to someone for stating a crass opinion and tried to cancel them. In the same video, you expressed the same opinion.
So that's a
was
matter
on
of
Hoopers.
Mitchell
That
Cooper.
was on Hoopers. Yeah,
That was on Hoopers.
Mine is on the Instagram. I picked mine from the Instagram.
Yeah, I went to the Instagram. First one. When you try to provide insightful commentary and end up revealing a lot more about yourself in the process. If this is a highlight clip, I can't imagine watching the rest of these episodes.
Probably wouldn't hit home.
But it seems like they're interested in watching the rest of the episodes. Maybe we
this
convert them.
was our outreach program. This is what this was.
Here's another one. JY just made me a fan of women's strongman. Never watched it before, but now I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome, man. Look at there.
We just
made a strong woman fan.
That's right.
That's more than Mitchell Hooper's doing.
We quadrupled the fans.
All I'm saying.
I'll share a little bit on that here in a second. John, you want me to read yours?
Yeah, this was my favorite comment, and then I'll respond to like the whole situation, and then we can move on, and then hopefully it just moves on from there. But
well, we got bigger news to talk about, actual real news. But clearing my throat so I don't sound too manly. Dudes so attractively challenged the ugly tree wouldn't even hit him because it couldn't beat the masterpiece God already created. He's got a face only a mother could love. Shout out Mrs. Young. So it's really sad he had to grow up without her. Interesting.
What?
Joke's on you. I had my mom.
His looks are pretty unique, though. And I'm pretty sure some people might think he's one handsome woman. Heard his neighbors filed a police report for indecent exposure when he looked out his window.
This is all one person.
But those teeth could really come in handy if he ever needed to eat an apple through a picket fence. Honestly, he'd make a freight train take a dirt road. I really think he ought to reconsider podcasting because that face was clearly made for radio. But then we'd have a problem with people bleeding from the ears just listening to that voice.
Now, imagine somebody saying, "I'm just not that into you." And then that is your response.
It was so nuts that you said I was sorry like 3 or 4 times after you made a punchline joke.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like I couldn't get it through my head. I was like, how is this the thing?
I'm sorry 3 times. Jokes that he's a sexist.
Yeah, I think
I'm joking 3 times. Then compares it to water polo. Like everything was there. Like,
yeah, I think Hiller's video does it justice. I really do. I feel like, firstly, I do want to say thank you to like the CrossFit community for having my back. I feel like the YouTube comments, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was pretty down on the Instagram. It was a lot. I have to have 500 people hate you all at once. It's a lot, but
when the guy came after your wife, I fucking lost it.
I mean, it's that's not great, but I feel like YouTube and the CrossFit community as a whole had my back, so I appreciate you guys and thank you guys for supporting the show and stuff. And secondly, and I know a lot of you guys are going to be disappointed to hear this, but I do want to apologize. Not to the strong women, but to Mitchell Hooper, because he got Hillered out of this. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Anybody that Hiller has made a video out of, a personal video, the future just wasn't great after that video. I don't know anybody who's survived, really.
You got the kiss of death.
Yeah, it kind of is, man. And I think Hiller's a great voice of reason, but just saying the future's not bright whenever he makes a video about you. That's all I'm saying. As far as the strength community, I love you guys. I got nothing against you guys. I do think you're the most sensitive people in the world now. And
oh, shit.
I did not think that before this whole saga, but I got nothing against you guys. I thought the big mouth joke was funny. It was
that was good.
It was one of the more clever ones, right? So like I have not heard that one before, so I thought that was funny. And all the strong women, especially that commenter, like I do have bad teeth. I got puffy nipples. I'm not as strong as the strong men are. I did have to look this up. I am stronger than the strong women. It is close. It is close, but I am stronger than the strong women. But if you hit me with a shovel, I probably would look like the Goonies guy. I think I'd have a strong resemblance to him. Freaking my co-host Smid can't even bend his legs 45 degrees.
That's right.
Tyler can't go 10 seconds without referencing a TV show nobody's ever seen. Like what I'm trying to say is like nobody cares about any of that. Nobody cares. And if like some guy on the internet that you've never seen before can bother you that much to have that kind of outcry, that tells me everything I need to know about your community. Like there is nothing a person could say about me that would bother me that much as that bothered you guys.
What sucks is we have, 6,000 or 8,000 followers now?
8,000.
Subscribers on 8,000 on YouTube. We're going to get every single one of those 300 there, Mitchell. You better watch out, buddy.
Yeah, and everybody got and let's stop hating on Mitchell.
No,
I think we should stop hating on him. No, after the Hiller video, like Hiller's kind of like Hiroshima in social media world. I really do feel like that. Like God bless him, right? Like I thank you so much, Andrew, for what you do. But like he's got 300,000 subscribers and he's trying to cancel somebody with 4,000 followers. Like he's got enough problems. Like just for a person that like, again, for me to bother him that much, it's wild. It's wild. Now that's all I have to, that's all I have to say about it.
All right, well,
one last thing. One last thing. I do think freaking CrossFit HQ and the PFAA should thank me. You're welcome. Because I took all the attention off of you guys for this whole freaking saga. Like, if you kind of think about it, it's kind of perfect timing for something like this, like a stupid thing to take the world by storm. The fitness world by storm. Like, did that ever happen? Like in the real world, when everybody hates the government, and then the freaking Gangnam Style comes out and takes over the world? That's what just happened. You're welcome. You're welcome, PFAA. Like Brent Fikowski should send me a personal thank you letter for taking the attention off of that nonsense.
Who's to say that they didn't pressure me into making that clip?
No, honestly, I think they leaked it to the strong women. I don't know if you know this, but they're good at leaking things. I really do. I think they leaked it to this one strong woman, and then the world took hold.
Tyler jumped on board.
And then Tyler, kept.
I just can't help myself, guys. It was fun. At that point, it was fun, and then it got real not fun.
Mr. Cooper's not off the hot seat yet, though, John.
Oh no!
when all this went down, I think Suze actually alluded to it. And I tried to say it. There's probably better ways of going about it, but very few, if anybody, covers Strong Women. My guess is most people didn't even know Strong Women was going to be at Rogue, right? Like they're going to show up the Rogue, they're going to watch the live stream and go, oh, Strong Women's on. If nothing else, attention is attention, right? And it was a joke. And Mr. Mitchell Cooper says over and over in his video, like, you know, strong women are great sport. Everybody should do it. And Hiller called him out, right? Like, you don't look at all the people you work with. I went one step deeper.
Uh-oh.
And he follows 414 people.
Tell me.
I see Ariel Lowen in there.
Let's just go through real quick. Ariel, Fuselier, Devin Kim, Carolyn Prevost.
These are all tiny women.
Miss Bella Martin, Miss Khalil, Alexis, Jesse.
But Brian, where are all the strong women?
Emily Rolfe, Trista Smith. But
did you go through all of them?
No, I did not go through all of them. But
okay.
If I go to Tom Stoltman, guess what? He's competing at Rogue. His, I assume, brother.
Yeah. And
is competing.
Tom's won World's Strongest Man before. It's not like he's a nobody. Like he's one of the top guys.
If you go through the 9 male athletes who he will be competing against at the Rogue Invitational Strongman competition, he follows 8 of them. I think the one he doesn't follow is some new guy. Now, there's 10 strong women. I think he follows 3. First
me
one,
the pretty ones. Tell me they're the pretty ones.
They're Melissa.
He follows the one that's bleeding out of her nose.
All right. She just won. She just won the World's Strongest Woman, by the way.
And then you might be surprised and shocked that he follows Miss Melissa Peacock.
Surprise, surprise.
And he follows who was it?
Sam.
That's right. Sam Bellevue. He does not follow Olga or Inez or anybody else in the strong woman field.
Why?
I don't know. I
followed Olga.
So if you're in the strong man arena and you think that these strong women are so amazing, yet you've never done a video with them, you don't follow them on Instagram, you do not promote them in any single way, yet you're going to go do videos with CrossFit athletes like Danielle Brandon, Rebecca Fuselier, Sydney Wells, the list goes on. What does that say about Mr. Cooper? That's all
Hooper.
I got to say. Oh, is it Hooper? Oh, sorry.
It is Hooper.
That was an honest mistake, which I don't know if it was, but if that was an honest mistake, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Wad Zombie. No one gets to make fun of John except for us.
Last night, I was like, if there's one thing we've learned from all this, it's how much the fans actually love John.
Yes, it's
like I got jealous a little bit. I was like, man, they really love John.
Hopefully,
we can try to throw you under the bus.
JY Barbell shirts from it.
Yeah, let me say something stupid.
With that, we're going to go to regular viewer comments that were definitely not as angry. This is kind of interesting. At DMS 11010, you are all highlighting the exact problem with social media. This is actually about the PFAA. You have to read through statements online instead of people turning on a microphone and talking. So you can also get yourself in trouble and have the mob come after you if you talk too. But yeah, that was in reference to the demand list. At MP5564, I think it would be great to require all quarterfinal athletes to be a member of the PFAA, but CrossFit runs the games competition. There's no way they are going to require membership in an organization that is on the opposite side of the fence. Make every quarterfinals athlete sign on to the
Make 'em.
PFAA.
The
Tyler,
thing
you're a
about
quarterfinals athlete.
I am. Mate, did I make it this year? Yeah, but I don't think I signed up.
I'm not signing anything, bro.
Nothing.
You can't make me.
Yeah, I don't like, how much does a quarterfinals athlete opinion matter in safety, especially when most of the safety is from your home. You're responsible.
That's the whole tricky thing of this whole thing, right?
Where's the
Like,
line?
where's the line? Like, is it individual games athletes? Is it individual games athletes of that year? Is it all the team games athletes? How about semifinal athletes?
Here's
about
the thing.
How about the 41st athlete in the North America East who missed semifinals?
Oh man, that's fine.
Okay, what about 42nd?
Like
how far down do you
that's a
go, right?
possibility.
43rd.
You know what I'm quoting.
How about 44th?
I can see that. It took me a little bit, but I was there. I was with
I
you.
was like, come on,
It
guys.
took me a little bit, but I was with you. Yeah.
Here's the thing about athlete unions or associations, if you'd rather, is they rely on money. And CrossFitters are notorious for having none of that. even the professionals.
Well, think about how much they complain about the Open being $20 and the quarterfinals being another 50.
Right. We're cheap sons of bitches, man.
It's
I
less than
mean,
a triathlon.
Semifinals, okay, I could maybe get on board with that, because then you're talking about a governing, like you're talking about somebody has to put on the competition that you're at. But then, like, does that apply to when you go to beach brawl? Right? No, it only applies to like the CrossFit semifinals. So it's like, and then you probably, like, PFAA at some point is going to ask for either donations like Wiki does, or they'll ask you to be a member. And then at that point, no one's going to pay for it. I just think we're at a standstill with like this athlete union. I don't even think we're at a standstill. I think we're at a failure to launch. So I don't think the line matters. It doesn't matter because no one's going to join.
John?
I kind of agree with Tyler. Like, I think a lot of people, I think this will fall flat and it'll be like what's happening now, but just to a greater scale. You know, Adrian Mundweiler said that like a whole bunch of athletes were like not on board with PFAA on Beyond the Whiteboard today with Pedro.
Yeah.
He was like, look, they had a meeting, they had a phone call, but they just basically just said, this is what we're going to do. They didn't ask for anybody's opinion on it. And he knows a lot of games people that are not on board with them. And I kind of guarantee like the people that he knows are probably from Europe. You know, those would be the people that are siding with, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, no, they're not on board, man. And like, you think quarterfinals people are going to be on board? They're not going to care. Whether you can say donate $10, dude. They're not. It's not going to happen.
It would happen the first year. It wouldn't happen the second year.
No, I don't think it would.
No,
I don't think
you'd get enough. People give $10 to friggin' anything.
Well, yeah, you have enough people probably that would do it, but it doesn't solve anything. And I think to John's point, like Adrian said that others were like against it, but then you also had people that, according to what Fikowski said in the articles, was that people were asking for more. Right. So like you have this huge range of people asking for, like, I don't even know what they're asking about beyond what, Dave leaving the sport. But like there's people that say keep Dave, and there's people that say we want even more than Dave.
Well, that was what was funny
Like,
about Jake today. Jake was like,
a
Jake was so contradictory of himself. He was like 100% stand with the PFAA. Maybe not with everything that they said on that thing. And I was like, well, is it 100% or is it not there, bro?
83, 84% stand with the PFAA.
Yeah, that's
and
where
it's like, I got his meaning. It's like he wants more safety, and I think we all want that. It's not that we don't want the safety when it's useful. It's that these quickly turn into political parties.
Yeah.
I think we should have a roller derby CrossFit Games event.
The safety on that.
Last person standing wins. Who's your money? Roller derby. Who would you pick? I think Laura's probably a given.
If we're going on the women's side, Shelby Neal.
I also got flack for being absolutely right about Shelby Neal.
John never misses a good opportunity to brag.
Well, everybody was against me on that.
You need somebody who's short but also strong.
Yeah, you're right.
And she's
quick.
got a little crazy in her. Maybe Carolyn Stanley.
She'd be one of those
these scrappy ones.
They'd be one of those that they whip her down the around the oval.
It'd be entertaining. I would pay to see that. I mean, the men too, not just the women.
Hatfield, you'd love that one. Hatfield would win that one for sure.
Dude,
if he can roll it.
He'd find a way to not execute when he needed to. Like
he'd wipe out on the last turn.
Yeah, somebody like Justin would win, and I'd be like, really? Like that's what would happen.
I would say Colton, but I about guarantee you Colton can't skate.
I don't think most of them can, but
if you can't skate, you need to grow the hell up.
Maybe that's next year's long endurance event was like rollerblading.
Oh, okay. I need roller derby, not rollerblading.
Well, you wear the pads and it's all out.
Inline.
Like, no holds barred. Just you knock people over. Kind of like that. At Says EU, this is going back to Rogue. McQuaid is a fan favorite in the UK, especially for those who have been in the CrossFit space for longer. In Sezzy's opinion, her going to Rogue as a competitor would bring a bigger, louder crowd and add to the experience.
Versus who?
Anybody else? Everybody.
Oh, okay.
Literally anybody.
Number one pick. Yes.
Emma.
He then said, I think she is actually going, as she posted something about it on Thursday.
Yes. Have they sent the invites out yet?
I thought they were supposed to send them out on Friday, but then I've seen 0 people share that they have received the invite. So
do you think Abigail Domit will get an invite?
No,
not with the performance at the games.
No, because I think the problem is if you're going to go 10 athletes on the rankings based off of historical performance, and then 5 from the queue. I mean, that leaves 5 left. We already talked about like Emily Rolfe being on the podium is going to be getting one. So like there's 4 left. I can probably think of 4 athletes. If Emma McQuaid is one of those, right? So like there's only a handful left.
Yeah.
I mean, Brooke Wells finished ahead of her. There's several others that finished ahead of her. So
yeah. She just asked me, and I was like, I think I wasn't sure.
I mean, it's not out of the possibility. I just don't. It all depends. Also, like, does Annie come back? Right, that adds another spot, and then you just look at the queue and say, who finishes 6th in the queue?
Yeah,
right. Like there could be some solid athletes that finish 6th in the queue because it's such a hard, tough leaderboard. So they didn't say they're going to
think he'll make it in the queue if he has to do it. He says he's just not fit anymore.
Austin said that.
Yeah, he's like, I've worked out one time since the game.
That's the problem with a lot of that's the difficult part with this is a lot of times the games athletes haven't done anything for 4 weeks and they jump in there. Like Hopper making it last year was one of the few times that actually happens.
Yeah.
Didn't he redo some of them like a couple times?
Yeah, no, he like a whole, like people had to deny, he had to backfill, somebody had to get DQ'd, like he backdoored the back door to get in.
Right. And Travis, same thing. He didn't he go back to the workout like the last?
I thought he made it in the queue though. He
did, but he had to go back to the gym like one last time to finish the workout.
It was like there's a whole video on it. It's like it's storming. It's a really good video actually.
Yeah,
he's got a habit of redoing workouts.
He does.
that's it for viewer comments. If you want to leave a comment below, we will pick our favorites next week. We'll read those out. And then also make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not already. TYR Wodapalooza SoCal is coming up. And there is the list of all 16 athletes up there in the upper right corner. We're going to go through what the TYR Cup is actually about. I know we've probably heard bits and pieces of it, but I think I've made a little bit more explanation. And then we are going to reveal 2 brand new workouts that have yet to be released. And then we'll go share who we think should do each of those workouts. So without further ado.
Do you know the girl in the middle on the world team?
No, I don't. Who is she? Has she been at the games before? Tell me, John.
I'm gonna wait.
Emma Tall, right?
Who in the middle?
That's Emma Tall.
No, next to Brent Fikowski and BKG.
Yeah.
It's Emma Tall.
Okay. I didn't know who she was. I just wanted to see if you did.
You're lying.
For those who don't know, TYR Wodapalooza SoCal. 4 men, 4 women from North America, and then 4 men, 4 women from the world and also North America. And so you look at the left side of the upper corner, you got Justin Medeiros, Dallin Pepper, Brent Fikowski, and Jeff Adler on the men's side, Danielle Brandon, Ariel Lowen, Emily Rolfe, and Alexis Raptis on the women.
Really quick, can you explain why Brent Fikowski is on the world team?
Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it?
You explain it, John.
I'm asking. This was a genuine question.
He's literally concerned.
This isn't a Tyler Trist situation. This is
so on Team World. Obviously, there's been some roster changes. Obviously, Lazar is unable to compete. And then you also had Ricky Gerard and Roman Krenikov, both who are out with injuries. So they had to fill 3 men's spots at the last minute in the last few weeks. And Brent is from the world. He is from planet Earth and
qualified.
I think what happened was actually he and Dallin, it came down to the captain's pick for North America, and both of them were in the running for it. Dallin beat Brent in the games rankings. That's how they picked for Team North America. And I think ultimately it came down to who could make it to Southern California in time.
I don't hate it.
Right? That's a lot of travel back and forth.
He did do the Australian regional once upon a time.
He did do that.
He has been an athlete of the way. He's a legacy pick.
Right.
Yeah. At one point,
he's got that Pacelli qualification.
He was in the world. Yeah. That Camille qualification.
Yeah. So on Team World, you got Brent Fikowski, Bjorgvin Carl Gudmundsson, Guy Malheiros, and Anioli Kai. And then on the women's side, you got Emma Tall, Tia Claire Toomey Orr, Sayer Kaya, and Gracie Walton. So essentially, they are going to be taking on a team format, but it's a different format than you may have seen before. They have 6 different types of workouts programmed over the course of 3 days in September. The first one is a individual style workout where it was going to be all 8 athletes. They've now adjusted it so that they're only picking the 3 men and 3 women. So 2 athletes, 1 male, 1 female from each team will be able to sit out the individual workout. There's an all hands. So all 8 athletes for both teams will be working together in some form or fashion. There's a spotlight. So 1 male and 1 female will do a monostructural test. Another male and female will do a weightlifting test. And another male and female will do an F test, or also known as gymnastics. The Miami team.
What does the F stand for?
Gymnastics.
Oh, I gotcha. Is it because the F and the G are next to each other on the keyboard? Is that why?
Look at John's powers of deduction.
Yeah. And then you got Miami team. So a team of 3 men and a team of 3 women. You have a CrossFit Games team. So 2 teams. You have to pick 2 men and 2 women to work together, and another team of the other 2 men and 2 women to work together. And then you'll have the captains take on a workout. So the captains for North America are Danielle Brandon and Pat Vellner. And on the women's side, or on the world side, Tia Claire Toomey and Bjorgvin Carl Gudmundsson.
So I know the scoring. I know walking through the scoring it might be a little boring to people, but the way this stacks up, I actually think it's going to be really, really, really fun to watch if they take it somewhat seriously. Like the this seems like a better Fit Fest, honestly. The way Fit Fest was, but if they're actually competitive about it, I think it has a chance to be really, really fun. I love how the spotlight is worth more points. It's like this, y'all pick one guy. Let's see what he's got. Like one, you know what I mean? Like I just, the way, and then like there's something interesting to each thing. And it might sound confusing, but if we can get past the confusing part and understand like these are 6 different workouts, 6 different ways, different scoring points, things are worth more in some cases than others. There's going to be a winner. One team wins in the end. I actually think it has a chance to be really, really fun to follow.
Yeah. So basically, if you win the individual, right, and we actually have the workout for that. If Team World wins that, and it's a cumulative score of their time it takes to finish the workout, all 6 athletes, they get the point, right? And then if Team North America comes back on the all hands 8-person team, they get the point, spotlight, etc. What makes it interesting is the strategy of who you pair together, who you throw into a gymnastics-based test against each other. One thing that I did learn this afternoon, Tia could do every single event if she wanted to, except for the CrossFit Games team. She can't be on both teams. So Tia could technically do the monostructural, the weightlifting, and the gymnastics spotlight tests and say, I got this.
That would be
She has to set out one.
Nope.
She has to set out one.
No.
Yeah. One of the CrossFit Games team ones.
The CrossFit Games team, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But every other point she could technically be a part of.
If they were smart, I would have her do every single one. I would.
Sit back.
I would just keep her until we're like, all right, we're behind. Let's get you in here.
Or yeah, like maybe she does the first 2, and then like when you have a lead, then like I'm like all right, and then like when they get back even, be like Tia, get back out there.
Yeah.
So the events,
all-time quarterback, she just gets to play for both teams.
Yeah. So there are events. This one was announced last week. Event 2. This is the Miami team event. So 3 men and then 3 women. So each the men will compete against the men, and then the women will compete against the women. So there's 2 points. 4-time, 24 alternating wall walks, then 3 rounds of 18 worm push press, 12 worm squats, 6 worm thrusters, and then 18 wall walks, 2 rounds of that, of the worm, 12 alternating wall walks, and then 1 round of the worm.
Dude, North America's going to slaughter the world in this.
Yeah.
Slaughter. Are you kidding me? Dallin, Vellner, Medeiros, Adler. I know you only picked 3 of them, but
on the men's side
versus Guy, Annual Lakai, even BKG is behind all 4 of those guys. And then Brent's great at wall walking, but he ain't gonna be fast at the worm squats. Like, I think no. And then the women, Tia's the only one, and yeah, Tia might be the best one. But Raptis, Ariel Lowen, Danielle Brandon on wall walks. This workout's about who wall walks the fastest. None of them work as a team before, so I'm just going to chalk the worm up as like we're all going to be a little miscombobulated, but you'll figure it out. This is about who can wall walk the fastest. Alexis Raptis and Ariel Lowen, and then Danielle Brandon.
Danielle's good at them too.
They're going to murder the world team in this.
My question is
even with Tia. Plus 1 for North America. Tia can't sit out that.
Well, there's 2 points, so men win and women win. That's 2 points.
2 points.
So the men will go, and then the women will go in the round,
or
they'll
vice versa.
go.
No, so like the men will compete against each other, and then the women.
Okay, and then the women will come.
So you'll see the Miami team 2 points. There's a male team and a female team.
That's the Miami team 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 2 points for North America.
Yep. keep in mind, we're going to go back after I go through all the workouts. We're going to actually pick who should be part of each one. Event 3 also last week. For total combined load of your male and female athlete, 1 rep snatch and a 1 rep clean and jerk. They each get 3 attempts in a 45-second window.
Well, the world won that one.
With Gee?
Yeah.
Geek and Tia.
Yeah, Guy and Tia, I don't think we're beating them. I wouldn't send anybody. I would just, hey, y'all got it.
We got it. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a point team world.
Listen,
He just comes out and lifts 135.
I'm putting Emily and Pat out on that one. Emily, Rolf, and Pat Vellner, y'all go.
Y'all gotta eat it,
and y'all you do you, and then and like Guy and Tia do them because they're going to. So this is 1 point each for them. This is the weightlifting.
There's only 1 point for the weightlifting, so they're going to add up both the top weight of the clean and jerk and snatch for Guy and the top snatch and clean and jerk for Tia. So there's 4 weights. It'll be
1
added together.
point.
1 point.
Okay, so 1 point for the world, 2-1 so far.
All right, here is a brand new workout. Event 9 on Sunday. Another spotlight monostructural. For total combined time, there's 3 tests, a 50-40 calorie echo bike, 50 bar facing burpees, and a 500-meter assault run.
Oh, dude, I love this.
Each one has a 5-minute window. And so kind of how this will work is the first 5 minutes, the men, right, whoever you pick. So let's just say it's going to be Dallin and Brent. They would go on. They would do the 50 calorie echo bike within the first 5 minutes. At the 5-minute mark, say Emily, Rolf, and Tia take on the monostructural. They'll do the 40 calorie echo bike, right? So you record their times. Minute 10, the men go, test 2, then the women go at the 15-minute mark. Minute 20, 500-meter assault run, sprint, and then the women. So you add up all of those times throughout all 3 tests for both men and women. Whoever has the fastest time between them wins.
North America, easy. Not close.
Easy.
Not close.
Easy.
Not close.
Do you like these tests as far as spotlights? Shows. As far as shows.
Yeah. This is monostructural to a T. It's sprinty. It's sprinty monostructural. But I mean, I like just knowing how fast somebody can do 50 bar facing burpees and how fast somebody can do 50 cal bike, right? Like I like seeing that stuff.
There better be a bopper at the end because you like the echo bike's going to be so close.
No, they'll set 50 for time, and then you'll have your echo time.
I know, but that's not going to mean anything to us. Visually, I want to see them bop the thing.
Oh, okay.
You want to see them run across the floor and
yeah.
I don't know if they'll be able to run under 50.
I'm all about the bop. Anytime you can implement the bopper, you need to.
All right. So
I feel like the bar facing burpees is going to be the separator on this.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't think so.
Ooh, you know what you could do?
Because I'm thinking of Jake and Colton, but
they're not competing.
No. I know.
But who would you put? Well, we'll get to it, who you put, but I guess it depends on who you put in there, right?
I'm saying the separation didn't happen until burpee 40. They were together. And then it started to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also they knew they had to do 100.
Yeah, but
they're going to be fresh.
I think it's just a sprint. It's just a sprint. But if it's just a sprint, I think 5 seconds at most. I really do.
10 if it's crazy. But yeah, I think you're right. 5 seconds.
I think if you're just bouncing, there's no way you do 10 seconds. I think they can just do jump, hop for 50 straight for sure. Tyler, me and you could do that unbroken without stopping. For 50? Yeah. I think it's really close.
I probably could.
I think it's within 5 seconds.
I'd be hurting at the end.
I think the biggest
time gap between anybody.
It's the bike. I think if Dallin can do 50 cals in 40 seconds, nobody in the world team can do that.
You're talking
But
about the biggest
could somebody do
difference
50
between
calories in
athletes?
50 seconds? It's the same as the burpees.
Yeah, that's 10 seconds. No, I think the burpees will be 5 seconds and the 500-meter assault run will be 5 seconds. I think the bike is where you have the most time.
Do you think the 500-meter assault run will be just like is the amount of rest you have after doing 50-calorie all-out sprint, 50 bar facing burpees?
Oh, I thought it
all-out
was a different
sprint?
person every time.
Same person.
Okay,
Same
so
person.
okay.
Wait a minute.
Then it's different. Then
So
it's-
you just have one athlete doing all three
all
of these
three
tests.
of them. You did
It's your
not explain
monostructural
that like
test.
that.
Yeah.
Then I
Oh.
disagree. Then I disagree. Then yeah, the burpees is probably the mark. But even then, I think it's pretty equal, honestly. I really, really do. Because if you got 50, 40 cows, that should be done in less than 1 minute. So and then you wait for the women to go, correct?
Right,
So you don't even go again until 10 minutes. You have 9 minutes of rest. They're going to be fine.
Okay.
North America wins.
Get into North
You know
America.
what it should do? You know what they should do?
Dude, you have to put Brent here, right? Brent's the only one that can go against, I would probably say Dallin, right? Brent's the only one who stands a chance. Go ahead.
Brent would be good on the bike. You good on the run. He probably gets beat on the burpees.
Brent is not as good as Dallin on the bike. And quite frankly, I think Dallin is right there with him on the run. I don't think he's that much better than Dallin at running now. Dallin's improved a lot on running. And it's an assault runner, which means size carries over.
Heavy. Yep.
And I know Brent's big, but he's slender, right? Like Dallin, that helps Dallin out, I think. And then the 50 bar facing burpees. Right. Yeah. I think Dallin's better at 2 out of the 3 of these. And the one that he's not, I don't think it's by that much. I think Dallin is better at a sprint on a bike than Brent is better at 500 meters versus Dallin.
You know, I think what they could do, I don't know if they should do this, but they're probably not going to do it. But what would be cool is if like you finish your echo bike, that's when your time starts to rest. It would be hard with like the females going, or maybe it's like you get set back however far. So the person
like every second counts.
Yes. But then like you could make distance on the burpees or on the assault runner, and you could come back from behind. Like it's not that crazy of a gap. And that way, like, because what's going to happen is like whoever wins the best out of the 3 is going to win, right? Or you get 3 points for this.
No, it's 1 point total time that you took all 3 times.
Now, okay. So it is that way. It does work that way.
Where I think the battle is, does Dallin beat Brent by more than Tia beats Ariel? I think that's the battle. I would pick Ariel Lowen for the North America team. Alexis Raptis is great at burpees and the run, but Alexis Raptis does not have very good power output at all. Ariel Lowen is, I would say, just as good at burpees and running.
But you think they're going to throw Tia out there on all of these? Or do they going to let somebody else play?
If they don't put Tia on this one, then they've already lost.
The whole competition, John?
No. This event. Event 9. If they don't put Tia on
Gracie?
This event, then they've already lost. Gracie ain't doing the run as fast as the other girls. Anything that she can make up on the bike, she'll lose on the run.
Maybe.
Facts.
She was great at the burpees and the bike on Firestorm.
That's 33 burpees and it's 33 cows. That's not this. And she was fading. You stretch that out more and then put a 500-meter run on the end of it, which she's not great at. I think if you don't put Tia out, then they lose both of them.
Uh-oh.
Zane, you're telling me, yes, Gracie can beat Ariel in a 40 cow bike all day, every day. She is not beating her in 50 bar facing burpees and then a 500-meter run after that. There's no way you could say that.
I think Gracie beats Ariel.
I'm not saying total time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're not.
That's what the event is, John. Total time.
It's no. You're not. No, total time between the men and the women. I'm saying the world team needs to beat North America's team by a decent amount because I
But
think
it's not
Dallin
it's 1 point for the men and 1 point for the women, right?
No, it's 1 point
One
total,
point.
total time
thing?
amongst everybody.
God.
Right.
Zane says she's much better on a runner than a track. That might be true. I didn't take that.
That's a very that's a very real thing.
that's a great point. Yeah.
Even though I think that Tia could technically do all of them, I don't think they're going to do it. Now the question is, with Guy out
which
there,
one do you not play? And
with
we
Guy
don't
out
know
there, do
all
you
of them.
need to put her out there? Could you put Gracie or Emma on the weightlifting with Guy and then save Tia for this? I think that's where some of the
You
strategy
could.
comes
I
in.
think you could put Emma Tall out there and she beat all these women as well.
Just be good enough on the weightlifting.
That's a really good point.
For
Yeah,
sure.
you don't
That's
have
a great
to use her.
point. Yeah.
Yep.
Because they're so much better at weightlifting. Yeah. I hope Gracie does this event now, just so me and Zane can have it out. I really do.
Gracie
I'm
destroyed
worked up over
everybody, like you said, in 33 reps. Like the Echo Bike, she can
And this
just
is
keep it
50
moving.
reps.
40.
Oh, it's for the women. I'm sorry.
Yes. I think she just
Zane, you can't bring up the open. People aren't trying in the open. Grace is trying in the open. Those other women ain't trying in the open.
Dude, top in the world is different.
No, the open, I don't care. I don't care.
People at the top are
Colton
trying.
Mertens beat everybody by 40 seconds and he can't even make the games. Get out of here. Taylor was second in the world by a lot of people and he can't even make the game. The open is different. The open doesn't matter at all when you're talking.
It matters in how fast you move.
We're talking about the top in the world because some people care and some people don't. Because it's the open.
It doesn't mean you're not the best in the world, dude. Like, people who can win the workouts are going to try, which means you're beating people who are the best in the world at that thing.
Yeah, but the best people in the world aren't trying at that thing.
Yes, they are. That's where we disagree. The 100%, if you know you can knock one out of the park in the open, you're going to. I don't give a shit if you don't care about the open. You're going to just because you're like, I kind of got to send it.
I disagree.
Okay.
But I hope for this argument that Gracie does this and she'll either prove me wrong or prove me right. By the way, I'm Team Gracie.
I don't know why you're hating on her.
I was one of the first ones on Gracie.
I think you're yelling at yourself right now.
No.
She is a bad girl.
Thank you. When it comes to the top in the world, it's different. It's different, especially when you're competing against somebody versus in your gym. And I don't think it's three different sins. It's not one sin. So that means who recovers the best, right?
It's 5 minutes, dude.
No. I know.
It's 9 minutes.
It's 9 minutes. It's 9 minutes. But that's what I'm saying. It's sending it 3 times, 3 different times. Therefore, recovery plays a factor. I do not think Gracie recovers as well as somebody like Ariel. Fair?
I'd rather.
We don't know that.
No.
I
think in this type of workout, Gracie will
she won semifinals. She's not a bad recovery.
She won Torian. Take the bike workout out of the games. How'd she do?
Great.
Fantastic. That was as good as we said she would do. I'm
pulling for you, Gracie. I hope you do great. These guys are on a different one. I hope Gracie does amazing. I actually do want her to do this workout now. I don't know who's involved with picking the people.
The team. Every day they get to make picks.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying I don't know. Like if Gracie's like, hey, I want to do this one. Like if they're like, yeah, go ahead. You know what I mean? I'm all for it though. I do think it's going to be a great battle. But my point is, I think Dallin is going to beat Fikowski. Like, I think Dallin will beat everybody in the world in this kind of convincingly. And the world team is going to have to beat the other girl convincingly to combat that. And what I'm saying is I think Tia is the only person capable of beating them convincingly. That's what I'm saying.
Can all 4 men on North America beat Fikowski at this workout?
No.
That's no. I don't think Justin does. Justin's too chubby right now. Go ahead and clip it and see if everybody gets freaking offended that I called him chubby. Okay, he's much fitter than I'll ever be. Okay, like y'all saw him run that mile. That wasn't much faster than what my fastest mile is.
How did I do this last week? I don't think he's chubby. I think you look great, Justin.
There you
I
go.
think Brent-
Talking about
I think-
people again.
Brent, he might beat Vellner in this. I think it'd be close between him and Vellner.
Yeah.
I
And
think
that's
they'd
what I'm
be
saying.
close.
Like maybe you don't have to use Dallin on this either. You don't.
I
use
think
him
you
on the
do.
weight
I think you have to use Dallin. Dallin's their only thing that's going to win this for them.
just to beat Tia.
If they send Tia, I hope they send Gracie. And if she proves me wrong, I will eat it so hard. I'll eat it so much, and I'll be like, y'all are right. Gracie's a bad girl. I don't know why I forgot that.
I mean, for the case that you laid out for the weightlifting piece, it's like I actually don't send Tia for that reason. But then, like, if you're talking about wanting to provide a show, then I do send Tia on the weightlifting portion. She's going to be the best person to watch.
Spin makes a great point about the weightlifting thing. Like, that's a good point. If they're taking this as like serious, we want to win, like the total thing, or we're here to put on a show.
It's $20,000 for first, 5 for second per athlete. So
per athlete. I mean, that's worth it.
$15,000 if you win.
That's worth it for sure.
The second workout that we get to reveal tonight, event 10, indie style. So this is the individuals. It's a bit of a long one. 9, 15, 21 wall facing strict handstand push-ups, burpee box jump overs 30 inches, shoulder overhead 155, 105, and barbell back rack lunge in those meters, 9, 15, and 21 meters. They're going to rest 2 minutes, and then they're going to go 21, 15, 9, toes to bar, box jump overs, alternating single arm dumbbell snatch and single arm dumbbell overhead lunge in meters. So how they're going to do this is all 3 men from World, all 3 men from North America, from North America will then take on this event
At the same time.
So 6 men, right? We'll take it
On the field. Yeah.
They will add up all the times for each team, and then the women will go add up to 3.
So only
for each
one
of that.
person, and if you're the one person they don't pick for this,
Yeah.
you're the least fit person on the team.
Yeah, you win on this one. It is a long workout.
Okay,
Right.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think Alexis Raptis can beat Tia in this workout?
No. There's not enough hands. I mean, Tia's good at handstand push-ups. There's not enough.
Yeah, I agree. I think she gets second though.
I think the lunges are actually the thing that hurt Raptis
light.
the most. I know,
Light,
but
it's light though.
it'll matter at the end. That's my thoughts on it. I think actually Alexis can hold with her on most of this stuff, on everything. It's just I think the biggest difference will be in the lunge.
Kind of like Noah and Matt, like in the toe to bar lunge one. You remember that one back in 2020? Like Noah's a freak at all those things, but then Matt can just lunge just a little bit better. And
So let's go through. We're going to be the captains. Event 2.
Which one was this one again?
Event 2, the wall walks and worm.
I'm good. Just the wall walk event. Yeah.
So we got to pick
Miami.
3 men and 3 women. North America.
You want to let Tyler be a team and I'll be a team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler, you be North America, and John, you be Team World.
Okay.
Let me see the workout again.
Gotta
Sorry.
give Tyler a handicap. I get it.
It's the wall walks and then a whole bunch of worm stuff.
So 2 men and 2 women. Got 3 men and 3 women.
You got it. That's why there's M1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I'm going with, for men, Jeff, Justin, and Pat.
Dude, this is unfair, man. The North America team is so much better.
How are you going to counter this one, John?
Oh, with so much skill right now, I'm gonna go Fakowski, BKG, and Gee. I don't know.
I think I would go Annual,
I
BK.
don't know
and
how he is at wall walks, though, is the problem. Gee's a really good handstand walker. You'd think he'd be good at wall walking. And he's got rest because they're alternating. They're alternating. It's not as fitnessy. It's not as fitnessy. It's just who can move fast.
Right.
I think I'd pick Annual on a fitness one, actually above Gee. But since it's just, can you move fast? You know what I mean? And like he gets rest. He doesn't have to be worried about his fitness. And he's still, guys, he's still one of the fittest men in the world. It's not like he's, me out there, right? So let's I'm gonna stick with Gee.
All right.
But for the record, we are losing.
I'll let you go first, John, on the women.
Oh, thanks. So much.
Tia.
I'm gonna go Tia.
Okay, shock.
Oh, this is obvious to me.
Probably Tia, Seher, and Emma Tall. Seher is very good at wall walking.
Yeah, but that sandbags are going to be what gets to you, or the.
We have no idea how good any of them are with the worm. I will say we know that Dallon's not the best.
I'm just calling that a wash. I'm just calling it a wash because I think they'll all be awkward.
I actually think that Adler, Vellner, and Medeiros will be the best at it. They've shown that they've done well in Miami on the team. Dallon, now granted he had Hopper on his team, so
it's not his fault. Hopper
was just lowering his head and putting it over there. But
Hopper is like the least athletic person you've ever seen in your life.
Tyler,
Danielle, Alexis, and Emily Rolfe.
Oh, we might win just because of that mistake there.
No. Like you said earlier, you're going to get rest. It's alternating.
You're trying to give us a chance? Is that what you're doing?
She's going to walk to her movement speed will be just as fast. Ariel
Lowen?
No, but I'm going to save Ariel for later. I would rather save Ariel for later. And the height difference with Ariel and the other girls, I like Rolfe better.
No, that's fair. That's why I didn't pick Gracie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Gracie's gonna do my 500 meter sprint one.
Well, that's on Sunday. This is I assume event 2 will be on Friday. But
I'm just thinking of the events we saw.
Okay. Event 3.
Also,
reminder,
Ariel won't be able to make up any. She won't be able to really show her fitness on those wall walks. So it won't matter. Sorry.
You're good.
All right. Weightlifting, clean and jerk and snatch. I'll save John some time. Gee. All right. Tyler, which male are you putting up against Gee?
Jeff. I mean, part of me wants to say Dallon, but I think I'm going to say Jeff.
You've made a mistake.
Why?
Because you're wasting a good man's talents for a shot that's never going to come. Like this, we're going to win this.
Yeah,
easily.
But that's true for literally every athlete I pick.
That's my point. You should pick your worst one. Instead, you picked your best one.
I think I would rather play Dallon, Vellner, and Medeiros on any other
than Jeff.
I mean, I want him to have a chance, and Justin's not even going to be close. Jeff can at least hang.
I mean, Gee is going to be.
Jeff can't hang on the snatch.
Yeah.
Jeff snatches 285. Dude, Jeff is
what I was worried
not
about.
Great at snatch.
I couldn't think of the snatch.
Honestly, Vellner is your best snatcher.
Right, but he's not
Right,
going
but
to
he
do the
can't
clean
do
and
that.
jerk.
And it's a total. So like
Sure.
Jeff was going to have the highest total for sure. But there is no shot. You have no shot. It's
That's
not
what
even
I'm
gonna
saying.
be close.
You're
It's not gonna be
arguing
close.
so hard for like
maybe Guy misses his third attempt, and
He doesn't need a third attempt. He's going to beat him on his first attempt.
oh,
Do you know why?
Freaking
'Cause-
ballsy.
Because Guy snatched 310 on a hang snatch double. The reason why I dislike Guy so much is the same reason he can beat Jeff on his first attempt if he wanted to.
it's true. You know, Guy's going to go out there for a show, though. Tyler, on the women's side.
That's what he's there for.
That's right.
He's literally not there for anything else.
It's smart, but
if I'm Guy, I'm on a squat cycle right now because that's all I'm good for.
I mean, I imagine that's part of why he was brought on. Get that easy point. Tyler,
This is the hardest pick.
is it?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go with Ariel because she didn't play the last event.
Dallin.
Dallin,
That's not
fuck it.
fair.
Throw him in.
If y'all would have shot, you could have two men. And we'll call that. I think you'll have a
It
shot.
would honestly
be close.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be
No,
close.
but
Come
it'd
on.
be funny.
Come on now.
John?
I will go with Emmental.
There you go. You're going to take my strategy, huh?
I think it doesn't matter. And I'll save Tia as much as I need her.
All right.
Smart move.
Event 9. This is our monostructural. Who are you throwing in there?
For my Tyler first?
Yeah.
I'm going with Dallin.
Dallin? Okay.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm going to go Brent.
That'd be a fun show.
It will be.
I can't wait to see him try to just hammer out 50 calories.
So
That's going to be freaking awesome.
yeah, it will be. What do you guys think the time will be? I'm going to tell you right now, I've done 50 cals in 56 seconds. And I imagine
It's not gonna be very far off of that. Like 50.
Oh,
dude,
no.
dude. The thing is,
What was
if my top
I know
RPMs,
Dex has done it in something stupid.
yeah, but it's about RPMs. My top
Right.
RPMs is 117. If Dallin's top RPMs are 127, like the amount of exponential he gets from
Right.
that, like there's a guy that's done 50 cals in 24 seconds, but it's because his RPMs are like 130, right? And I don't think Dallin has 130 in him, but I think he can do it in 30 something.
there was a
But
guy?
you don't. Do you want to do that?
I think you have to, because Brent's going to do the same thing. It's almost like you're both forced to do it.
Yeah, but it's like if you get 40 versus 4, if you get 45 versus 35, I think that feels exponentially different, and it saves you
I don't.
10 seconds. Whereas on the other stuff, I think you can make that up.
I disagree.
some of that.
What is your max output? Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, let's just call it 100. I think you'd probably be around maybe 105. If you go 95 RPMs and then versus 105 RPMs, you feel the same. I think you feel the same. Your legs fill up at the same rate.
They need to bring on Nick Garcia. 4 months ago.
24 seconds.
And I'd love to know the RPM for him because they're not going to be as fast as him. But I think they're going to be a solid middle between me and him. Does that make sense? At least I know Dallin will be. I think Brent, I agree with you on Brent. I think Brent will be closer to like 50 seconds.
Like he's still moving and you can tell he's slowing down.
And so if you look at his RPMs on this, what's it say? 124. It was 124, and that was when he was slower. 128.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And he was slowing down. So what I'm saying is if 117 is 50 and 56. Like, we're looking at like 130, like around probably what his slowdown was, is what we're looking at. You know what I mean? For down.
Yeah.
So 35.
35-40, I think is.
I'm gonna
say 42 seconds. Brent, 50 seconds. The difference in 5 RPM is enormous.
Yes,
At
especially
that rate, it's enormous. I can't state that enough.
Yeah. Women. John.
Okay, I'm gonna say Gracie for the show, but if I wanted to win, I would say Tia. Although I bet you Gracie could beat Tia in a 40 cal sprint.
That's what I'm saying.
Tia wins on the other stuff, though, man.
Oh, Gracie beat Tia in Firestorm.
It's because there was a bike involved. Just burpees, no shot.
All right, maybe. Tyler,
don't beat me up over this.
are you feeling like the women on the North America are almost too similar?
Yeah,
they are.
Well, it's like Emily's so different, but like not in how she competes. Not enough. So I'm gonna go with Rolf because I think she gives you the best chance on both machines. Alexis is not known for her output on machines. Ariel definitely is not going to be known for her output on machines, and Danielle doesn't come to mind.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
She's gonna give you a chance on the run, and then if you can't do 50 burpees fast, why are you going to the games? So you just have to kind of buck up.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I think she gives you the best, she gives you the most length on the bike and the run.
And if you think about it, I think Ariel and Alexis probably have similar power output to Emily Rolf, but Emily's going to be the best runner on the runner. Right. And the burpees are going to be similar.
I think Alexis would be my next closest choice. I don't know how she performs
Brandon
on a runner.
Might have the highest bike of the 4.
Really?
Danielle beat Emily.
But I think Emily beats Danielle on the run. But
not a 500 meter.
So that's what I'm saying.
Emily.
I don't think so on a 500 meter.
On a runner, I think so. Emily's big. She's tall, dude. Yeah.
So is Danielle.
She's taller than legs.
They're exactly the same height.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, but I'm telling you,
I'm saying those
Emily is 3/4 legs, dude.
Those 2 extra pounds.
This much torso.
Have you seen Danielle?
Again. Look at their weight again. I have seen Danielle.
What's their weight?
She's a tiny little bitty thing. Look,
they're
those
almost
2
identical
pounds
on their weight.
Are heavy. Those 2 pounds
so the densest 2 pounds
you've ever seen in your life. The assault runner. That's 1 whole kilogram, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all in her feet.
Okay.
All that weight's in her feet.
No, I agree. I agree with Spin. I think Danielle might be your best bet, man.
I'm staying with Rolf.
You haven't picked Danielle for anything. I really do. I think Danielle might be your best bet. I think Danielle would burpee faster than Emily.
I think you're right about that.
And event 10, individuals. So this is just going all out. That nasty 9, 21, 15, 9, 9, 15, 21 kitchen sink of everything.
So this one is, who aren't you picking?
Who aren't you going to pick? That's right.
Right.
A little refresher of.
Can I see the workout? Thank you.
I mean, this is a long workout on top of it.
A lot of shoulders. So much shoulders. That's not a light snatch. For 21?
It is a long workout. Okay. I got my people.
Tyler?
I know who I'm not going to pick.
I think I got enough to be able to make a decision.
All right, John, you can start first. Who are you not picking?
I'm not gonna pick Guy. And I'm not gonna pick Sayher.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would have picked Sayer.
I think the lunging at the end is my reasoning. It ends on a strength thing. It ends on that, and that's my reasoning for Gracie. Maybe it's faulty thinking. I think they're similar in fitness, but I'm just rolling with the stronger person. I think Annual's fitter than Gee, so that's why I rolled Annual.
Tyler?
That is a fantastic comment by Melanie. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Tyler?
Somewhere he's not even watching the show. He goes,
Yeah.
If he's gonna pop in the comments, actually, Sayer is amazing at lunging.
It's like 3:00 in the morning in Germany, and he's gonna
he wakes up.
pop up.
She won the Asian semifinal on a lunge, don't you know?
It's the Patrick Clark version of the bad signal.
Tyler, who you got?
Vellner's not playing, and Emily Rolfe is not playing.
Oops,
That's the right one.
that is. All right. There you have it. Fellner is not going. No. Sorry. There you go.
Vellner also has to be in for the
Gymnastics.
yeah.
Justin's pretty good too, and Jeff. You got some good gymnastics people.
Yeah.
You have just good people. You have better people.
The men are solid across the board. The women are just limited by strength.
The women are the
just-
same people.
They're very similar.
Yeah. They're all really, really fit. Yeah, just have the one hole.
Like Danielle and Emily are similar. Danielle's a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
Emily's a little bit better engine. And then Ariel and Alexis, they're very similar. I think Alexis has a squatting hole, but like they're very, very similar. But a handstand push-up, like strength, right? That's like better than a superpower. But they're very similar.
To me, Alexis, she's not the Tia on this girl squad, but she is. I think she might be the strongest. Like she's your anchor on the female side.
I think she's your fittest.
Yeah. And so
who's the fittest on your men?
It's hard. That's difficult because it's all of them are just, I mean, Dallin, based on games.
Yeah, Dallin over Jeff?
I would say, yeah.
Boy, we forgot Jeff Adler so fast, man. Dude, Jeff is really fit, man. I'm all for not wanting to root for the robot that is Jeff Adler, but dude, he's really good.
Right.
Oh, I know he's good. I like Dallin in a team situation, I think, a little better than Jeff. I don't think Jeff is bad in a team situation. I think I just like Dallin a little better.
I think you just like Dallin in general a little bit.
I love Dallin so much.
I just have your voice in my head. Pick up the bar, Dallin.
Go, Dallin.
So much hope.
I hope he felt bad about that. Watching it back later.
Can you imagine how good you would have felt had Dallin ended up
pulled it
coming
out
through for you?
Oh, that's what I was. That's what I was hoping for. I was like, "This is gonna pay off so hard. This is gonna. I'm gonna look so smart," and then it just didn't work. I think he thought about it on those thrusters. He was like, "I'm gonna get him," and then he did too, and he was like, "I'm not gonna get him."
There you go. TYR Wodapalooza SoCal. There are still tickets available. Go to Wodapalooza.com. You can buy your tickets. I think there actually might be some spots open in the community divisions too. So if you are in the area, you want to go throw down, go check that out and see. Kate, are we playing Heat 1 for this?
We're coming up with something. This is a little different.
It's in the works.
Yeah, it's been a little bit more difficult to figure out. We just I think we just got all the information we needed to be able to get all the props in. The hard thing we had to figure out
as any.
Yeah, the hard thing we had to figure out was like shot caller, because essentially you just get one or the other. And so we're okay with that, but we had to do some retooling. So yeah,
I think you go shot caller, but like just have like 10 props.
we're gonna do
Yeah.
a shitload of props.
Right, like almost like
Yeah.
the props will be the game, and
Yeah.
then
Yep.
like and then you have and shot caller as well.
Yep.
Melanie knows. All right. It's time for keep 5, cut 5.
Okay, I'm gonna put my milk up before we start. Okay,
You go do that.
Oh god,
Keep it cool.
I wonder how long you can keep milk out without it going. There's no way it takes him more than 2 days to get through like a liter of milk.
No, he's on the what is it, the Go Mad diet?
Go mad, yeah.
Gallon of milk a day. I had a buddy that did that years ago, and
You get diabetes.
no, he got diarrhea.
He's lactose intolerant. That's a hard shift to go into.
that much milk, I think it turns almost anybody lactose intolerant. Have you ever done that, John? Have you ever done the Go Mad diet?
What is that?
Gallon of milk a day.
No, but maybe on accident. I don't know. You can ask my wife this, like every single night. I just like wanted, like, I like to drink milk and then it makes me go to sleep. Every night I'm like, oh, I drank too much milk.
God, freaking 5.
And then I just kind of it puts me to sleep. Having a full stomach puts me to sleep.
I know that feeling. It's a terrible feeling.
Y'all ever get up and like, oh, I drank too much milk? Like that's what I just felt like. But I have not. But I mean, I bet I'm pretty close just on a regular go.
Keep 5, cut 5. I was trying to think of something to do this time, but we always like to do stuff a little bit early. So we're going to look ahead to the 2025 CrossFit Games. And you're going to pick the 5 rookies to qualify for the CrossFit Games on the women's side and the 5 that will not make it as rookies. And then we'll do the men's side. So you got to be quick. So we'll start with the women. Annika Greer, Trista Smith, Yolo Folo, Kelsey Keel, Lydia Fish, Julia Hannaford, Jordan, I can't remember how, Chefs. I still don't think she pronounces it right. Emily Lundberg, Jennifer Muir, and Danielle Ford.
It'd be funny if she didn't even know it.
Right.
I like
Erica
5.
Folo is number 1.
Yep.
I think she makes it easy. I think she's the women's version of Austin Hatfield. Not as good. She's not as good. I don't expect the same things from Erica Folo, but I do think she's like the next woman name that will be at the games regularly that we don't know. Obviously, like you have the Claudia Glucks of the world, the Gracie Waltons of the world that I expect to be there from now on, but she's the one that hasn't made it yet that I think will be the next person. Tyler.
Trista, number 2.
I'm down. I think Trista shocked me so much this year. I didn't expect a lot from her, and she was so good at a lot of things that I thought would hurt her. So, yeah, I agree completely.
Hi, Sarah. She's here.
I don't know if it's her time.
Start the show.
She might. Listen. 2025 might be too soon. This might be more of a 2026 name, but I do think she is the best name on the list, and that is Lydia Fish. I think Lydia.
I don't know.
Fish,
You might be too early.
Well, what did I just say, Tyler?
Okay.
I said it might be more 2026, but I believe in Lydia Fish. The things I've seen from Lydia Fish, I think she will make the games and be another, like she'll be a name that keeps on coming. I think she has a lot of just great talent. She just has to get stronger.
Yep. I think 3 is Annika.
No.
Who goes before her?
Tyler Christophel goes to the games before her.
I'm fine with that.
Annika Greer is the male version of Tyler Christophel.
Dude, I'm already picking Annika, so you know that she's not got the curse.
Dude, we need to come up. We need to pick one of these European names before we go Annika Greer, man.
Who's three?
I think Jennifer Muir has a really good shot
You're
over
just
Annika
pulling
Greer.
fucking names out of hats right now.
Lundberg.
She was at Fit Fest, bro. Jennifer's
Oh,
good.
way to show up at Fit Fest. What does that have to do with going to the games, John?
You're right.
Emily Lundberg almost made it into Europe.
She did. I think
was
Emily
first one out.
Lundberg and
Danielle Ford's out there in
honestly,
Oceania.
Julia Hannaford's got a good shot. Like if the Oceania,
I think Julia is a lock. I just didn't know if she was in the 3 spot or the 4 spot. She's a lock. She's
So
going to the games.
Okay. We got Gracie and we got Madeline. Right?
I honestly thought maybe Annika won't get there before Julia because of the region she competes in. Well, I don't know if Annika would make it in.
Paige won't be there next year, so she doesn't have her to worry about.
She also wasn't a rookie.
But Erica Fola will be there. No. I'm saying.
Oh, you just mean
Paige is
with
taking
one
a
person
spot.
that's less. Yeah.
So Julia Hannaford, we agree with her. We think she'll make it. I
Put
think
her
so
on
too.
3.
Julia Hannaford.
We're not coming up with any better arguments.
I think Lundberg.
Before Annika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
In
go.
Europe.
All right.
And then I'm going to leave it to YouTube between Lydia Fish and Annika Greer.
Oh, then I'm going with Annika.
I'm going.
It's
with
not
Annika
that
at
I don't
25.
believe. Yeah, it's not that I don't. I want Lydia Fish to go way worse than I want Annika to go, but I just believe that Annika's ready.
I think if she was ready, she would have found a way to lunge unbroken.
Who? Annika?
Yeah.
You need to put Lydia's name in the first cut.
Dude, Kelsey was right there too.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
if
do we
she's
wanna
got it
talk
in
about her?
again.
She was right there though, and like I think, I don't know. I believe in Kelsey more than I believe in Annika Greer. Now, I'll get to that in a minute, Sarah. That's a great point. That's a great point, Sarah. But I'll get to that in a minute.
Like crazy, lost it on the lunge.
Listen, I believe in Kelsey Keel more than I believe in Annika Greer. I might 100% be biased.
You are.
Yes.
And I will admit that. But
There's more things that have to go right for Kelsey than have to go right for Annika.
But what's interesting is you look at they both were terrible in the first event.
mhm.
Terrible. Like, it just if they don't have that, I feel like they both have a shot of actually qualifying.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think Annika is always going to be terrible at that event. And sure, so is Kelsey. So is Kelsey. You're right. But Kelsey has a home run that's always going to come. And that balances it out. Annika doesn't always have a home run.
I think
Right,
overall,
There's always
not
going to be a
dependent on
lifting
programming.
event that Kelsey balances out that bad event. There's always going to be an endurance event. And Annika and Kelsey both will probably always be terrible at that event. You have to off balance that somehow. Kelsey will always off balance it, and then she's got to come clutch at a few other events. Annika has to have a great semifinal the rest of the way for her to make it.
Schoolyard rules. If we're picking somebody for our team, I'm picking Annika. I'm not picking Kelsey. Just overall.
Kelsey would murder Annika in a fight. Are you kidding me?
We're not
Schoolyard.
talking about fights. Yes, you're right. She beat all 3 of us in a
I
fight.
think Lydia
She's
Fish is
huge.
better than both of them eventually.
She just has to get stronger. That's all.
Annika, I don't disagree with you, Tyler. But Annika has lost it a number of times that I'm in a place now where I'm like, I'm not going to believe in you until you give me a reason to believe in you.
You have Krista Feldher.
She was the second fastest time in the world CrossFit. I think that's a home run.
Yeah, Olivia, you can't take that away from Kelsey. Olivia did something there that will not be replicated.
Yeah, but he's saying it's not a home run because she got second in the event. It's still a home run.
Not even like a home run. It would be like a magic trick. Olivia performed a magic trick.
Yeah, no, not all home runs are equal. Listen, Kelsey Keel hit a home run out of most parks, right?
3 parks.
Olivia
at the same time.
Kerstetter hit it out of the stadium into the water, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's not all home runs are equal. Olivia Kerstetter pointed at the center field, waited for the pitch, and knocked out a home run, called it, right? And then Kelsey Kill just hit your, normal Shohei Ohtani. Oh, there's a ball. I'm going to hit it. That's what Kelsey Kill did.
Olivia hit it through that truck that they're always giving away. She hit it through the windshield of that, and it kept going into the river.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But that's where I'm at. Do you see why I'm there with Annika Greer?
Yeah.
I can see it.
I don't disagree.
But we're fine.
Yeah. That's good. How about the men?
Wait, you want to talk about Erica Folo for a minute?
You want to go Yolo Folo? Tell us about
Okay.
Yolo Folo.
Yeah. Okay. Sarah, you're 100% right.
Folo is the female Austin.
I have never seen somebody explode as much as Erica Folo exploded on that lunch. Up to that point, she was making it easy. She was like easily the surprise of the weekend, did better than nobody knew she was going to be that good. I didn't either. Quite frankly, I just liked her name. And I said YOLO Folo, and it caught with storm. Okay. And then we rode the train. I imagine she's working on her lunges.
Do you lunge like 3 times a week if you're her?
For sure. I think you lunge every day in a warm-up. If I'm
that
her,
and farmer's carries.
I'm lunging with 150-pound dumbbells. Yeah.
She goes into the store with dumbbells and carries them around as she grabs her groceries.
Just put the fat grips on the dumbbells.
100%. 100%. All right. On the men, Taylor Self, Bill Leahy, Seth Stovall, Tristan Harrison, Tyler Christoffel, Luke DeJong, Ben Gutierrez down there in South America, Luca Vunjak, Colin Bossard, and Josh Kernot. He got second in the Africa semifinal.
All right. I've been saying this all year. Tyler Christoffel is a lock to make the 2025 CrossFit.
You're so wrong. You can
kidding.
put him at the bottom of the cut list.
We can start at the top. So I'm going to say,
I love this because I want to see how this goes.
I'm going to say Bill Leahy's my number 1.
Taylor's number 1.
I think Bill's my number 1.
Taylor
has to squat 465 for me to believe in Taylor.
I'm never not going to believe in Taylor.
No, I believe in Taylor. Let me take that back. I believe in Taylor. And I think, honestly, if Taylor would have made the games this year, dude, he might have been top 10.
No squatting.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. Taylor would have been awesome at this year's games.
I swear. That's Hiller's. Hiller's like, huh?
I believe in Taylor, but he has to fill that hole. He has to. Squatting is going to come up every year. He wasn't
that far off, dude.
No, I know. And if that hole was filled, he would have made it. I'm saying he won't make it until that weakness is filled. Now, he didn't really have a chance. He was squatting for a month. He had 1 month of squatting for like a year without doing anything, right, on his legs. So it's nothing against him. But until he does that, he has to do that to make the games. He has to get stronger squatting. I believe he has to do that.
I got burnt so bad by Bill this year. I'm a little gun shy.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because he tore his Achilles.
He wasn't great on the run either.
He didn't look great. Not as great as
but he was
about to have a top 3 though, and he was going to be like 12th place
in the event that we knew he was going to do well.
But he was going to be 12th place going into the next 3 events, which he would have been good at.
Right.
The ring muscle up lunge one, he would have been phenomenal at.
All right,
the gymnastics one, the rowing, like I think Bill would have made it with the terrible event 1, and it was terrible.
But how many times do we see the person that did well in event 1 just fade? Right. Even events 2 and 3, like it didn't matter. Like the third day was what mattered. Do you say both of these guys make it?
Yeah, I
guess I want the list to be Bill, Taylor.
How about that? Does that work, you guys?
No, one must be above the other. We're
I think I'll side with
and-
John.
and
You
I'll
I
give him
think
Bill
Taylor
first.
would be more motivated than Bill would if he was below than Bill. I don't think Bill would care. I think Taylor would.
Right.
care.
Bill's not even watching this show.
Quite frankly, though, I do think they're both going to make it next year. Like Taylor has to do that, but I have no doubt that he will. You know what I mean? Like it's just he knows it, and he's so many strengths that he does have. Next, I'd probably say Seth Stovall. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think Seth was very close to making it this year.
Yeah, what sucks is that Seth's not gonna. Well, so is he moving back to California or no? He's been in California here recently, and he's from California. I mean, like, do you move away from Mayhem and train on your own now, or like, how do you do that if you're Seth? Does Seth make it if he's in the West Coast? No answers.
I don't know. I think Seth just needs to get fitter.
The problem with the West is like the East is very top heavy. The West is pretty balanced.
The West is full of home run hitters. It's like, but like when it's full of home run hitters and you're not a home run hitter,
and you have one bad event, you're toast.
You need to be Chris Ibarra fit, or like Brian said, like you're kind of toast. Like if you have 1/20th, somebody is going to have 3 top threes and get ahead of you, right? Like
Colton's going to do it.
Colton, Tudor, like it doesn't. There's the West is full of home run hitters,
and Chris Ibarra.
But what I'm saying is like Seth's path to the games,
it
is to be Chris Ibarra. It's just everything to get fitter and him to have no bad events. And for him, he just needs to get fitter. Everything all around just needs to get a little bit better. And for people like that, it's really hard to bet on that, right? But I do think he is the next fittest person on this list.
Pat is in the East now, so.
So we're good with putting Seth Stovall there. My next guy is Colin Bosshard.
I think him, and if you're gonna put Bouchard. Is it Boss? It's Bosshard.
It's Bosshard.
Him and Bosshard. You're gonna have to put Vuniak in there with Bosshard if you put Bosshard in.
I don't like
number one because Why? Vuniak beat him in Europe. Also, they have a similar, like they're very different in the types of athletes they are, but they mirror each other. They are the shadow realm of the other.
I think Bosshard is up and coming, and I think Luka Vuniak has been there forever, and he's the same. In 2022, Vuniak was 9th. In 2023, he was 14th. In 2024, he was 12th. Like that's how good he is. He's not getting any better. He's the same fitness. And I think Colin Bosshard has gotten fitter each year, and then he's just on the breaking point. But Colin Bosshard has improved each year, where Vuniak has just stayed the same. I don't think Vuniak is going to get better. I think he's going to stay the same. Vuniak has showed he's got his events that he's really, really good at, and he's got his holes that are the same amount of holy as they were in 2022.
Man, you said that so eloquently.
And I just
so confident too.
I just think he stays the same. Colin Bosshard
okay, then
gets better.
All right, that's fine. If you don't like Vuniak, who are you putting in Vuniak's place?
Luke DeJong.
Why?
Spin tell him.
What's that? I'm checking some messages.
How about you get off your freaking phone, Brian?
I got some breaking news here.
Okay.
What we got?
Just got a message from somebody who's in Birmingham.
Masters.
Is it the Masters? Because if you look at the clothing, it says Teens 2024.
Oh no!
Oh.
Wait, they shipped their clothes to the wrong competition? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, at least the shorts.
They shipped the Teens to the Masters. Does that mean the Teens get the Masters shorts?
I don't know. Maybe
100%. Whoever like the leaders in the Masters, they like just find whichever team you like and wear their clothes, and just freaking, even if they're too small, wear them and freaking just make a whole joke out of it. Kyle Ruth, I know you're there. Just do that, please.
That's funny. That's funny, man.
God.
I'm also hearing that it took 4 hours for some athletes to finish their check-in down there in
You got to be
Birmingham.
thorough. I mean, when you have to.
Full cavity checks for everybody. We're not playing around. You Masters people have been doing too many drugs. We're putting a stand to it.
I about just canceled us all with my joke, and I stopped myself.
And for you teens, I'm gonna
Sorry.
stay off that. I'm gonna stay off that one.
Little gun to you.
Keep 5 Who you guys?
Luke DeYoung. He says he asked you to back him up. That I have no idea.
Yeah, tell us about Luke DeYoung. Why would Luke DeYoung make? Here, let's put Colin over there.
Tell us about Luke DeYoung, because I don't even know who that is.
Convinced Travis, or not Travis. You convinced Tyler that
God,
Luke DeYoung. I'm sorry.
the disrespect.
I'm sorry.
Luke was an upcoming athlete, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, something like that. And then took a step back. He came back this year, took 4th.
It's funny because it's age appropriate.
He came back and actually
Shark from.
It's Street Sharks. You didn't watch
What?
Street Sharks as a kid?
This is what
There
I'm
it
saying.
goes.
Tyler references a show nobody knows.
You did that on purpose. They were jacked.
I can't believe you knew that so quickly. Oh my god!
I've seen Larry the Shark in there for a while. They're jacked sharks.
I've
It's
seen
like
Larry the Lobster, not ever Larry the Shark.
Someone's missing from the list, John.
I don't know who he's talking about.
I don't know.
The teens or the Masters?
Haley Murillo in line for hours today. Oof.
I feel like I'm hurting somebody's feelings now, and I don't know who I'm hurting.
Best show ever.
There you go.
All right, tell him about Luke DeYoung.
I'm going with
No, he was on the track. He was making it. I
Was.
can't remember why he stepped away.
was on the track.
And he came back. He took 4th. Almost. I mean, Peter solidified it fairly easily at the end, but it was close coming down to the last event. Another year under training, he could do it. He needs to bring back the fro though.
Yeah,
He had massive hair back in the day.
that's what I'm thinking of is the
Oh,
fro.
that's cool. If you do that, I'll vote for you.
what
Anytime
it
there's a
takes?
fro, anytime there's a fro, I'm like, yep, thank you. You get whatever you want.
Ty's not there, guys. I'm sorry. He's not there yet. In time.
I'm
In
going
time.
with Josh Kernut.
No shot, dude. Ruan's the next Jason Smith. Free, no drugs. I think
Kernut.
Ruan is going to be there to stay.
Kernot sounds like a hardworking kid. Oh, hell yeah.
This is Luke DeYoung.
That was not.
Oh, he's got a jawline like Tyler Christoffel. Or not Tyler, Seth Stovall.
Yeah, look at that.
Jesus
2021.
Christ. Is that Royce?
Yes.
No, this dude's too big to make it to the games.
He's not big though.
Yeah.
He's tall.
Royce is
He's got a Fikowski build.
massive.
He's got a
Yeah.
Fikowski build. That was just a really good picture.
That's him.
You can't make pictures that good, dude. Royce is.
You're
a
looking at
giant.
other pictures. Does he look like a giant in other pictures? No, he looks like Fikowski.
This dude belongs in a freaking museum. He's humongous.
You like him?
You want to pick?
I
him
like
now,
him
John?
as an athlete, but not as a
Right.
CrossFitter. He's too big. Sorry,
Okay.
too big.
You want to put Vunyak on there then? That's what we're doing?
Yeah. Let's
Put him
let's
on
put,
there.
let's
He-
put
No,
Yeah.
put Vunyak on there. He's our Annika Greer pick.
All
no.
right.
Let's put DeYoung on there so we can talk about drugs.
I don't think he's on drugs.
He's not from South
No,
America.
no. Our next topic, not him. Being
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
All right. All right.
Jesus, guys.
Fair enough. All right. Real quick. Let's see where
No,
do I
that
want to
kid's
start.
that dude's he's huge, natty. That's natty huge.
Let's see. All right. We're going to go through some topics, wrap it up here soon. CrossFit sends an email to CrossFit Games attendees. Come to find out, it sounds like it's non-ticketed attendees to receive a financial grant from Texas. The state of Texas has a program where large events can apply and receive a grant based off of the sales tax, hotel tax, all of the different economic benefits of bringing people from out of state to do it. And it appears that they have emailed possibly athletes, vendors, media, anybody that doesn't have a ticket where they don't have like a credit card or something like that on file, asking for their information so that they can, along with Visit Fort Worth's organization, and receive a grant in the amount of $773,000 to reimburse them for a various amount of costs to run the event. People got a little upset.
I don't get why. I mean, this is like the people are upset, I think, because of Lazar, and that's fine. But like, if Lazar hadn't passed away, you wouldn't be upset about this. It would be a solid business move. What they should have done is got an accounting firm to send out these emails so that it didn't look so bad. That's the only thing I can kind of think.
Visit Fort Worth to send it out.
Yes. Your name being on that email asking for confirmation so you can get money looks bad. I know it's silly, but like probably just save face.
Yeah.
You need
John, any different opinions?
No, I don't care.
Don't care.
I'm with Tyler. I don't think anybody would care if Lazar didn't die.
It's fair enough. Paige Powers will not be competing in North America East next year. She is pregnant. Due February 2025.
Congratulations, Paige.
So congratulations to her. Do not read the comments on my Instagram post. They're quite toxic.
Dude,
John,
people on Instagram are mean.
Yeah.
That's something you and Glinton should talk about on Sunday. Is that
What?
Is the religious implications of Paige's conception.
I mean, guys, it happens.
That's right, John. Give us the birds and the bees talk. How exactly does it happen?
No, we're all sinners. I think they put this sin on a pedestal as well.
And they're throwing Mayhem in there too. Like,
dude,
how's Rich gonna feel? Like, is Rich throwing her out of Mayhem? Like,
bro,
crazy
like
stuff.
this is ridiculous.
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah, that's what I was talking about. The first college I ever went to, University of the Cumberlands. That's where I played football. It was a Christian school for a long time. It used to be College of the Cumberlands, and then the year I got there, it turned into a university. It was a big deal. But to do that, they had to like drop the Southern Baptist College, and they had to just take on the university title, right? But the story goes that if you got pregnant out of wedlock in school, they would kick you out. But it was like kind of one of those, like, if your teacher's 15 minutes late to class, like you don't get penalized if you leave. No one really ever saw it happen. So I never knew if that was true or not.
I mean, all for the glory for God. Well, most of the time, not very Christian ever. Like, crazy.
Guys, what good is getting saved if you don't use the coverage Jesus gives you?
Hey, I want to, dude, what do you think, like, truly, and I don't like it when people use this as a cop out, but like, what do you think, like, if Jesus was around, you think he would comment this on Instagram? I don't think so. Do you? No, seriously. Like
no, it's freaking nuts.
You know, when Jeanette asked Tyler, "Do you think this makes me look fat?" and he goes, "No, baby, you're beautiful," and it did make her look fat. that is the same like sin. He is sinning.
See.
He's lying, right? Like it's there. It's all we all fall short of the glory of God. Does not matter what happens. That's fair. That's fair. Exactly, Vindicate. We all fall short. Exactly. Myself included.
As
All right.
John just starts beating up people,
All
like
right.
bashing them hard
No.
with words,
You know,
and be like, "Hey, we all
Vindicate
fall
is so
short."
freaking right. He's so right, though, bro. Listen, she's about to be a mom. Her whole life is about to change. Imagine how scared you would be if your page powers, you have a platform. You're about to have this baby.
The greatest thing that's probably happened in your life so far.
And you can and you have to kind of make an announcement, right? Like you have to tell these people, and then like everybody in the world's just telling you how horrible of a person you are when everybody's done far worse things.
Right.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Leave that poor girl alone. She's about as awkward as you can get as a human. Leave her alone. She's awkward as hell. I love her to death, but she's awkward.
I'm just, dude. It's so, guys. It's so bad. People are so messed up, man. I don't understand why people are just so mean, right? I should be able to say I don't like what somebody looks like without getting ridiculed. Okay.
Let me use my sins how I want to use
Let
them.
Paige have her baby without this ridicule. Like,
No, seriously, it's cool though. Like
she's
getting ready to have a baby, and you guys want to shit all over her.
That's
It's
terrible.
like, come on.
100%. It's terrible. I'm with you, Paige. If you ever want to do some carpool babysitting, I'm gonna be right there with you because I don't know what I'm doing either. And mine's due in January. You're gonna be about the same age.
Perfect, Paige. Put your baby in John's car where he doesn't know what he's doing.
Whenever they're both 5, if you could help my little girl with CrossFit, that'd be great because you're much fitter than I am. So, it's going to be great. I don't understand why people can be so cruel. Because, Jesus would not be that way. And I'm not Jesus. So when somebody says what I say, I'm not Jesus either.
And something we just ran across here today.
I have a statement for this guy.
I have no idea who this Paul Weber guy is.
He's been showing up a lot. Have you guys seen him at all?
Never seen him.
His videos are actually pretty good. Like he brings up some neat topics.
So, coach helping advanced athletes see how far they can go. CrossFit, hybrid, and tactical. Okay. Interesting. The most recent one though, steroids and professional CrossFit.
Steroids and elite CrossFit. There was a study that came out a couple months ago that anonymously surveyed pro CrossFit athletes. 1/3 of the athletes were on steroids. Elite athletes report using steroids mainly to increase performance. They stand to make more money that way. They believe that other athletes are also using steroids. Most athletes acknowledge that steroids are effective, which they are. Steroids are very effective at building muscle and strength, especially. But most athletes also acknowledge that steroids are cheating and risky to your health. As this survey revealed, many athletes still decide to use them despite that. 61.3% of the athletes who use steroids reported experiencing adverse side effects. Most reported satisfaction with use despite that and believed that the benefits outweighed the harms to their health. The most common steroid that the pro CrossFit athletes used was testosterone. 71% used testosterone, and users deployed on average 2 different types of steroids. Most users were male, 74.2%, and about half of the users were males aged 30 to 39. Athletes who are older and who have more competition experience are more likely to use steroids, according to the survey. Steroids and
Tyler?
I found the study.
Can I take this real quick before you say what you're saying?
Go ahead.
I could not agree more.
About what?
With what this man is saying.
Steroids.
Now go ahead. No. What they're saying, what most professional CrossFit athletes are on steroids that were in this study. I could not agree more.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Tyler.
Tyler.
Tell us where this study was done. Tell us where it was done. Tell us what athletes we're testing, and then tell me if you agree or disagree. Go ahead.
So somebody in the comments said that they posted the link. I had my wife look it up. She has connections to pulling all that stuff. I ended up paying for the article or the scientific study, and it's from Brazil, and it's run in 11 boxes in a very small part of Brazil.
I thought they did.
Andrea
They ended up doing
Pinheiro is
9.
in those 11 boxes.
It was. Did they only do 9?
They
I think I
identified
read
11. They identified 11. They
only
went to
pulled
9.
from 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm lying about Andrea Pinheiro. I didn't know that part.
I had to get down to what the numbers are. There's so much to think about with this study. You'll notice he said professional CrossFitters. That was the first thing that like caught me. I was like, professional, huh?
Yeah.
How are you measuring
Semifinals
that?
in South America, probably, right?
Because if you ask Sevon what a professional CrossFitter is, he said they don't exist. He said we don't have professional athletes. Therefore, we don't have a drug problem because we don't have any professional athletes. So how did they determine what that was? Where was the athlete pool pulled from? How many people were in this athlete pool? There were 93 total athletes in this athlete pool.
And they're all from Goiânia, Brazil.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't think there are 93 elite CrossFitters in Guyana, Brazil.
There aren't that
I need to
many
take a
in
trip
Florida.
down to Guyana just to get a fair assessment. I would like to go to Guyana and compete in the Guyana Championships of CrossFit and just see where I rank in that so I can determine how many elite CrossFitters there actually are. I'm willing to bet there's like 1.
Where is this? Zoom out.
It's some distance from Brasilia.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, this is your 36-year-olds that are in the gym that are on testosterone because they told their doctor that they feel bad. And every single CrossFit gym has half of the male population is on testosterone, especially masters, because it's very easy to get at any hospital. That's exactly what was tested here.
1.5 million people.
The professional elite CrossFitters are just the guy who's the best at the gym. That's your elite CrossFitters from this place.
Of the athletes who said that they were using, 16 were 30 to 39, 12 were 20 to 29, and 3 were 40 to 49 years of age. 23 were male. The thing about how they determined if they were professional was how many years they had been doing CrossFit, and then how many competitions that they had competed in. I had been doing CrossFit for 8 years before I competed one time, and I was pretty decent. I would be willing to guess I was better than every single person in this study, and I was not professional. Also, some of the people who compete the most in CrossFit are those who are who are just starting or not that great. Yeah, they're trash. And that's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that, but it's like professional is not determined how many competitions you compete in.
Well, then you look at it, and 44% said they wanted it for performance, health, or aesthetics. Like, these are people in Brazil that are just taking testosterone to
look
better. Yeah. And then this guy, Paul Weber, whoever he is, I don't know if what he's trying to accomplish with it, but
well, I mean, he's putting something out that's going to get clicks and do that.
Yeah,
whole
he's
thing.
just trying to have clickbait.
He didn't say it was a valid study. He just said it was one, and it was up to us to find the rest of it.
Professional CrossFit is what I have a problem with.
He's quoting the study.
Well, the use of the word professional or elite CrossFitter, I think, is where the biggest misleadment is. I guess the study being in Brazil is probably the biggest misleadment. like you know what I mean? What's the right word I'm looking for? Because misleadment's not a word. Well, what's the word? Misrepresentation.
Yeah, misrepresentation.
The biggest thing is that it's in Brazil. But using the word elite, I think, is the second one. It misrepresents. But yeah,
I don't know.
Paul Weber, we're not going to try to cancel you. We're not like that. But, you're misleading people.
Yeah, that was,
I don't have an issue with it. I don't think it's fine. Like, it's pretty interesting. I mean, now we understand what I would say that sample in Brazil is pretty good and probably represents a lot of Brazil. There's some, and that's why
I agree with that. It probably represents Brazil pretty darn good. Yeah.
yeah.
I that's why I leveraged the question to the group whenever this came out. Like, it is a joke, but it is like, hey, does this mean CrossFit should take away? Like, this is scientific proof that a lot of the people who do CrossFit in this area are on drugs.
An average people.
It's a small sample size, but it does beckon that you probably search a little bit more. Like, over 33%, dude. Like, that's a substantial population. And so, like, okay, you expand this out to South America, that has implications. Their drug culture down there is different than ours. They're not playing by the same rules.
Yeah.
Culturally.
Right.
So I dig this study. You can still draw a lot from it, even though it's flawed in its definitions.
Yeah, no, it's I also wonder how CrossFit would react to it if
I'm curious.
Glassman was still around.
Well, hell, I sent the study to Sevon. I hope he brings it up on the next time Greg comes up.
Why do you think they're still so bad?
What do you mean bad?
Like South America, they use all the drugs in the world. We know this. We know. I'm not saying
drugs.
I'm not saying Guy's on steroids, but I'm not. Guy's very fast twitch. I believe that about him. Like, I think he was born fast twitch. But like, nobody significant has come out of South America. Guy is the most significant, and we talk repeatedly how unfit he is. He just has home runs.
Are you saying how come they're bad because they're taking drugs? So why aren't they better?
Yeah.
It's because drugs aren't. I don't know if you ever heard this in like 6th grade, John. Drugs aren't the answer, John.
I get that, but like, you go back to the
drugs
Olympics.
Don't do
you go back
everything,
to
man.
the Olympics in the 80s with the Russians, like or 90s or 2000s. Back in Klokov was what, 2004, 2008. Yeah. I'm just saying they were helping them out pretty good. I'm just like.
That's weightlifting though, right? Like, that's strength based.
All of their athletes were on stuff. It's not just Klokov. All of their athletes were on stuff. I'm not hard work trumps any amount of drugs all day, every day. But you can't tell me there's not one person that works hard. Like that. Think they would have somebody that's better?
I would assume that their training culture is very behind ours. I think we're a lot farther along in their.
They're not dumb. They got the internet.
No, but it's different. I would be willing to guess that if you go to most gyms down there, I bet there's not nearly as many gyms that train as hard as a normal gym that you find up here is. There's not nearly as many devoted competitors, and those competitors aren't training the same way that we've trained. We've been training as Americans hard in CrossFit. We've had
1776 when George Washington did the first trail run.
We've had real high-level competitors in CrossFit for 10 years. They have not had that. They don't have coaches. They don't have communities.
They don't have the coaching. That is true.
And so you can't just throw jugs on top and be like, hey, why are they not good? I mean, like, it's like, what's the biker's name? The bicyclist? Lance. Like, think about the entire apparatus of people he had behind him and drugs. He was already great. He just threw drugs on top. It's not just the drugs.
And he beat the other guys on drugs.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He was the best of the drugs.
No, it's a good question, John. I don't
this is Anna. She's fittest in Venezuela, I think.
Do you just know her profile picture?
Yeah, she's a TTT athlete.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm sorry if I'm getting the country wrong, but I mean, like, so she's got a point there. Quality of life coaches countries in that area are very poor, so it all adds up. I mean, like, we take for granted what we have here as far as our culture in training in CrossFit.
That's fair.
I accept it.
Well, that's all I had for you guys. What did we learn today? That Mitchell Cooper got some backlash. John's kind of sorry.
Sorry,
No,
I have to address this.
I am
You're sorry that he
ugly,
got.
and I'm proud.
I know that working out is huge in Brazil, but that is not a one-to-one comparison of what training in CrossFit is as an elite competitor. When you've been in a gym like Mayhem or some of these other training camps, it's different. It's very different. You're in a real training facility at that point.
Yeah, Brianna Roney. I've trained at the Olympic Training Center in Mexico this year, and several of their Olympians are working field jobs, very little food or good food, and outdated equipment. So, I mean, when you're talking about the margins of what it takes to be top 5 at the games versus top 15, right, or top 20, like it's razor thin if you don't have all of it.
Yeah, no, that was a good answer.
So yeah, good show. TYR Wodapalooza SoCal, new workouts out. I think Chase and Bill get with the programming. We'll be doing more on Friday, I believe. So more workouts coming out
There's
soon.
a competition in Finland if anybody's interested.
There is. Henrik Kapalainen's going to be out there with Mr. Brian Friend.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, Jeff. We got the mics working and you missed the whole show. So whoops. All right, guys. I am kind of curious how it went. What do you guys think? Think it was good, bad?
I think I'd give it a 10.
Would you? I don't think I'm gonna give it a 10.
What are you gonna give it?
I don't think so. I'm gonna go.
You know, it's just like this big toss up. We just like there's no structure, and it's just like this kind of crazy show half the time, which makes it a little interesting and makes